I would like to to continue with what I initiated the night we first came together. When things are not to your liking, you used to react because you are irritated, because you suffer and you want to react by adopting a kind of behavior, adopting a kind of speech that can cause more damage. It will not help. We usually think that we need to be understood, we need to be loved. Understanding and love is what we all need. Everyone is claiming understanding and love, because understanding and love bring us happiness, fulfillment. But the practice is not to claim understanding and love, but to practice understanding and love. The practice is not to complain that no one understands us and no one loves us. The practice is actually trying to understand other people and trying to love other people. Yesterday I said that a practitioner has the right to suffer, but does not have the right not to practice. The world, the other person, is like a mirror. When you look into the mirror, and if you smile, the mirror will smile back right away. The other person is a mirror. If you look at the other person, and if you show yourself to be pleasant, and then the mirror will smile back to you right away. When you have the sorrow within yourself, you have disappointment. It may be because the relationship with the other person has deteriorated. That person does not seem to be as loving as before. That person does not seem to be as close to you as before. That person seems to be aloof, cold. That person seems to have withdrawn from you. That person seems to have betrayed you. And you suffer. And you adopt the attitude that if she withdraws from me, why do I have to make steps forward? I have to withdraw from him too. So, in order to show I don't really need you, if you don't need me, and then I will need you. So you create more difficulty for you and for that person. There is a seed of loyalty in every one of us, and there is a seed of betrayal in every one of us. And these seeds, they interact. And if the other person, if we notice that the other person seems to betray us, we have to ask the question as why? What has allowed the situation to manifest itself? When you feel that you are betrayed by the other person, you feel that the responsibility is totally on the other side, his side. He betrayed you and you suffer. And you don't know what to do. You feel that you are a victim of betrayal. And all you can do is to wait until that the other person change and come back to you. That is not practice. That is a very passive attitude. If you look deeply into the situation, you may find out that you have allowed the seed of betrayal in him to be watered before. You have authorized that seed to be watered in the other person. You do not live mindfully. Even you have helped water the seed of betrayal in him. You have lived in such a way that seems to be unpleasant to him. You have encouraged him to go into another direction. So you can begin to see your part of responsibility. And if you continue to adopt the attitude of withdrawal or punishment, and then the situation will be worse and worse. It may be that the other person has made an attempt to come back to you, but because you have suffered so much, you don't want to accept that. You try pushing away, because in you there is a tendency to punish. We know that the seed of loyalty is there, always there is there in us, and is always there in the other person. If we know how to water that seed every day, the seed of loyalty will become strong, and the other seed cannot do anything at all. And if we do the opposite, not watering the seed of loyalty in the other person, and allow the seed of betrayal to be watered every day, and then we will lose that person very soon. We have to see our part of responsibility and not to blame the other person. We have done something. We have behaved in such a way that have made the other person running away from us. And we continue to blame that the other person withdraw from us, betray us, and so on. And if we continue to blame and to behave like that, the situation will get worse and worse. To recognize our part of responsibility and to recognize the fact that the other person has tried to make effort to come back to you is very important. Because if the other person, after some time trying and not seeing any effect, may be discouraged, may decide to withdraw totally, because he also has his own limit, she also has her own limit, and therefore it's very important that in order to restore a good relationship, we have to look into ourselves to see the nature of our sorrow, the nature of our suffering, and to see our part of responsibility in it. Why the other person has behaved like that? We have to ask the question. What part of responsibility I have in all of this? And you will see, we will see what to do and what not to do in order to be able to restore the relationship.